Hi, I'm Sana, and today I want to talk about the question, are we allowed to love someone who mistreated us? And because I feel like a lot of us want to answer that question with a no, we hinder our own process of healing. One of the reasons why it can be difficult to get over a lost relationship, and by the way, when I say lost relationship, it can look like either not having that person in your life anymore, or that certain boundaries were put into place, meaning your relationship with them doesn't look the same as it once did. So anyways, I think one of the reasons why it can be so painful to heal from a lost relationship is because there's an expectation to let go of the love you have for that person. It's very interesting the way the universe works, where when it wants to teach you a specific lesson, it will keep giving you opportunities back to back until you've learned it. And I'll use myself as an example for this because this practice of letting go of relationships while still allowing myself the permission to love these people is something I feel like I've had to practice with multiple people in different parts of my life, including family members, friends, and romantic interests. I found myself stuck ruminating on the status of these relationships for a long time because I was forcing myself to make a decision where, on the one hand, I recognized that I was not being treated according to the standards I held for myself, so I wanted to respect myself, where I would remove them from my life, or at the very least decrease the time I spent with them. And I thought this option meant that my feelings for them would have to end, because the way I saw it was like, oh, if I continue to love someone who wronged me or disrespected me, then I'm not respecting myself. But then on the other hand, not only could I not deny the impact they had on my life, but also I could see why they were acting in ways that were hurtful, whether that was trauma-related or from past experiences. And I knew none of these people had the intention to hurt me, and that they were and are genuinely good people at heart. So it put me in a very confusing situation, to say the least, because it's like, okay, there are these people who mean a lot to me, and with some of them, I know I mean a lot to them as well. It's just that their unhealed wounds are making them behave in certain ways that are crossing my boundaries. Of course, it was a long journey of processing the loss of these relationships, but one of the things that really helped me heal was understanding that I didn't have to pick a side on how to feel. I could value my self-worth by maintaining my boundaries while also understanding that these other people aren't bad, and I'm still allowed to appreciate their presence in my life and hold love for them. I think love is a beautiful thing to experience, if not the most beautiful thing. So I don't think it's fair to rob yourself of allowing yourself to feel that because of someone else's actions. Someone else's actions, which by the way are most likely a result of their unhealed wounds, which have nothing to do with you. It's not a crime or being delusional if you see the goodness underneath the unhealed layers someone has. If anything, I think it's beautiful if you're able to see someone's light amidst their darkness or behaviors stemming from their shadow. The problem arises when you use their light to justify their dark, and when you begin to tolerate actions that don't align with you because of that goodness. And sometimes the other person may not have even done anything wrong, it's just that the way they show up is not enough for you. There may be an incompatibility of what they're able to give and what you expect to receive. And that doesn't mean that they're lacking in any way or that you're expecting too much. There's just dissonance. So regardless of if the lack of alignment is from a place of incompatibility or because the other person is acting from an unhealed place, you have their permission to love them. You have their permission to feel however you want about them. I mean, you have free will. #America if you live here. And if not, then, I mean, good for you. Truly, I'm happy for you. You just have to remember that at the end of the day, you are not compromising your self-worth. Because the hard truth is that by keeping some people in your life, you are compromising your self-worth. And by doing this, by surrounding yourself with people who don't meet your standards, you're unconsciously telling yourself that you deserve to be treated that way. And you don't. You can stay true to your emotions while also sticking by your standards. You are allowed to unconditionally love and appreciate whoever you want, but you also deserve to be in relationships that meet you where you are, that reciprocate and pour back into you the way you do to them. So anyways, that is the end of today's video. I really hope it helped. I just wanted to give some nuance to love and relationships because, I mean, human beings are so complex. No one is good or bad. I mean, aside from American politicians or a lot of politicians in the world, then maybe I think bad people do exist. But aside from them, for the most part, most people are not good or bad. It's just that we're complicated. And if you are able to see the... Okay, someone's taken a walk like a couple feet away from me, but like it's nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm just talking to myself. It's like not that serious though. Wait, what was I saying? So we're complicated. Yeah, we are complicated. And if you're able to see the good that someone holds, then there's nothing wrong with loving that, even if they have mistreated you. Yeah, the end. I hope that you take care of yourself and that you remember that there's nothing wrong with loving and nothing wrong with having appreciation. And, you know, my brain, goodbye. Subscribe if you want. I don't really care because you have free will, because this is America. Okay.